Hello again, and welcome to Staff Training Day 1, Part 6, about feedback. So, as someone who has a background in project management, in all of the projects that I was involved in, we used to do something called MNENL, Monitoring, Evaluation, and Learning, where we'd gather feedback from participants, from partners, and everyone just to ensure that we are on track with whatever projects we're on. So similar to that background that I have, it's that IBT is a project. IBT is a project, as I said, that belongs to H3A Bionet, and we'd like to improve. We want to know, what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong, and how can we improve? How can we learn from whatever, and how can also the participants learn, not just us, but how can we make sure that participants learn and we also learn from our mistakes. So it's important that we receive and that we gather feedback periodically on a regular basis. So the feedback that we're going to be gathering is both from IBT staff, you, the system administrators and teaching assistants, and also from the hundreds and hundreds across the continent of IBT participants. So what does feedback do, or monitoring and evaluation and learning, or for short, I'm going to call it feedback. And we're going to have a tab for this on Vula. What does it do for us? It allows us as IBT team to improve the course. As I said, we're not always going to have it, right. We might do something and participants find it upsetting or not necessarily as valuable as we thought it was. Or you as staff, you might find issues with certain things. Please tell us. Because in that way we can improve it for now, for this current iteration, but also for future iterations as well, because we want to continue running Introduction to Bioinformatics for the next few years as well. So getting your feedback is going to be quite invaluable for us, and we really appreciate you as staff and encouraging also your participants that you're going to be engaging with face-to-face to give us feedback whenever they can. It also allows for, and this is quite important, for self-reflection for participants before and after each module. So for instance, we'll ask a student to say at the beginning, on a scale from 0 to 5, 0 being the least and 5 being the most, how confident are you to use the Linux terminal? Or what is your level of use of particular sequencing alignment? Are you able to do that? So this is then at the beginning they can rate themselves and give that feedback to us, and at the end we ask them, okay, now that you've taken module 2 on Linux, what, on a scale from 0 to 5, how confident are you to use the Linux terminal? And in that way we are able to ensure that the modules and the course does achieve its goals as it's set out to do in the curriculum. So as you can see here, this comes from, rather this guideline of the 0, let me take it there, 0 to 5 scale comes from the Gulbenkian training program in Bioinformatics Portugal, Train the Trainer course, and you can access it there for yourself if you want to read more about that. So we're going to get our feedback, or rather gather our feedback on Vula, which again, you should have been added to the site by now, and if you haven't, please do kindly let me know. I will keep repeating that. And at the end of this training, I'm going to ask you to kindly give us feedback. You do not have to do it. I do encourage you to do it though. But however, I do want to stress the fact that it is, as it says here on the slide, voluntary for you to take this evaluation. However, if you do not want to do it, you do not have to. The responses are totally anonymous, so I'm not going to know that it's Peter from VET who said the course needs improvement or the course is amazing. So we're not going to know who said what and when. We're just going to, Vula is not going to allow that. Vula is going to hide your identity. So this is very anonymous and protected. However, although it is anonymous, we do require informed consent to use anonymous data in analyzing the course. So there's a form that you're going to have to sign, which is actually in English, and a consent form which is in English and in in French as well, to allow ease of translation. For those of you that speak French, you can fill in the French part of it. This is about the consent form now. So it's only the consent form that's going to give us your information to say it's you from which institution. However, whenever you fill feedback forms, we're not going to have access to your details. So, for instance, I'm going to show you here how you find your Onvula stuff on the Vula site. Again, there's like all these tabs at the bottom. There's what we call feedback, and this is where we're gonna, even for participants, create or rather put a lot of evaluation forms and feedback forms. So there'd be scales. For instance, if something is so, how were the instructions? Was I clear? If my clarity was poor, you click that. If it was excellent, you click that as well. Number of sessions. Is the number of sessions enough for you in this staff training? If it's poor, if you needed more, you can say it's poor. If you found it to be excellent or good or average or below average, you do click accordingly. And then there's going to be questions as well at the bottom where you can either click NA or type in whatever answers you want to fill in. And again, I repeat, it's voluntary and it's going to be anonymous. So your anonymity and identity is going to be protected. So kindly take some time out at the end, either today or before the end of the week, to fill in the feedback form. Now, next, I understand that we've been doing so many activities and you might be tired, you might be needing a break. So next, can you kindly, as whatever classroom you're in whatever classroom site, kindly take 15 to 20-minute break, either to drink some coffee or to stretch your arms, just a breather, because I feel like we've covered so much ground till now. And then afterwards, I'm gonna ask you to watch the video labeled Day 1 Part 7, and then immediately after that, watch Day 1 Part 8.